A gorgeous night for football here in Trussville, Alabama, as Drummond Company Friday night rivals presented by Tamron Hyundai Hoover. The Hewitt-Trussville Huskies taking on the Vestavia Hill Rebels in a Class 7A Region 3 opener here in the month of September. Hello, everybody. James Verrett along with R.J. Burns. And R.J., both of these teams are averaging over 40 points a game. Both come in undefeated, but both need number one in this region in order to keep pace with some of the higher-ranking teams.
Yes, both teams they score very fast on offense. They score a lot of points. So the challenge tonight is going to be who can stop who, because somebody has to stop somebody on defense. But we want to see tonight who can make that happen.
All right, let's take a look at our Tamron Hyundai Hoover keys to the game. And this is rather unique because you've got both teams that are coming into this with high-powered offenses, but it's going to be up to their defenses to set the pace.
Vestavia Hills, you have to slow down Hewitt-Trussville's fast start. Last week they started out very fast offensively, and you want to keep your eyes on Deuce Alton at all times. Hewitt-Trussville, you have to have good pass protection, and you also want to get set defensively because, as we both know, both teams has a very fast offense.
Remember, Tamron Hyundai Hoover, where you're going to love the way you're treated. Stay tuned. When we come back, we'll get you ready for kickoff, as both of these teams are going to be playing on brand new turf. As we see two teams come in undefeated, only one team will remain undefeated. Stay tuned. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals, presented by Tamron Hyundai Hoover, will be back after this.
Welcome to the field, the Vestavia Hills Rebels. Vestavia won the toss and is elected to receive and get tonight's game.
Step over this way. That light's killing me. There we go.
As you see the Huskies coming out with all of the lights and magic, it's time now for our Shops of Grand River coin toss. And it was Vestavia Hills who won the coin toss, and they have elected to receive. And it looks like we'll be ready to kick. We'll get to Austin Pratt right after our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And we are underway. And it'll be Vestavia Hills taking it from their own 6-yard line. and they do have some room to run, and a good return there by Zach Laws, their return man, and that's where Charlie Taft and his offense will take over. Let's go down to Austin Pratt on the sideline. Austin?
Guys, it feels amazing out here tonight. You said the new turf, it feels good. The weather feels good. Also spoke to both coaches. They are both feeling good. The coach of Hewitt-Trussville, Coach Floyd, tells me he knows what this game means. This is a tough environment. They've dealt with some injuries, but they feel like they could get this one. Coach of Vestavia Hills telling me that this is a very business-like game. It was hard to even get him for a second, but he was there with his guys, and he was ready for this one tonight. Guys.
All right, thank you so very much. Bazel Alabasi there on the tackle brings up 2nd down and 9. Charlie Taft and offense trying to get things going. Getting a blitz, and down he goes. Once again, a great play by Denarius Crawford. He affectionately goes by Woogie. And here's the lineup for Hewitt-Trussville's offense presented by People's Bank of Alabama. Remember, People's Bank of Alabama, in God we trust. And take a look at that offense.
They're led by number 7, Jack Floyd, C.J. Davis, Deuce Alston, Dylan Cope, James Kelly, Micah Fantroy, and Jackson Reeves.
All right, and this is a team that's averaging well over 40 points a game. Now they're looking at 3rd down and long against this Husky defense. Taft with time, throws, has a receiver, and looks like he has enough for the 1st down. Zachary Laws with the reception, and that will be a 1st down. They'll have an opportunity to move the chains.
That's one of those plays where you have to apply pressure. You can't allow the quarterback to sit back there and have all day in the pocket. You have to create some type of pressure, some type of stunts, and get some type of pressure on this quarterback.
So far, Mr. Laws has been laying down the law with his offensive prowess. Taft's going to try to keep it, and he gets tripped up and brought down. Once again, that defense stepping up big for Hewitt-Trussville. And that was big number 6, Dante Seals. Let's take a look at the defensive starters for the Huskies.
Number 6, Dante Seals just made the tackle. Number 7, Preston Bozeman. Number 0, Parker Floyd, 14.
And Taft looking to make a throw. Oh, man, right in the hands of Grayson Harper, his tight end. In and out of his hands to bring up another 3rd down situation.
In a game like that, that's a nice, easy throw. That's a nice – you have to catch those types of plays, the type of game you had all day. It was very comfortable. And you have to catch those type of balls right there.
And you'll see Harper playing tight end, H-back, a little bit of everything for Vestavia Hills. 2nd, 3rd down situation so far in this drive for the Rebels. Cody Purdy, the only back in the backfield. Now Taft getting some pressure. Finds a receiver close to a 1st down. And that reception made by Luke Stubbs.
Quick comeback route. He was very patient. He sat there and waited on the pass. And you see right here in replay, he's very patient. Caught the ball, and he got a few positive yards. That's the type of plays you want in a game like this. You have to make things easy and comfortable, and you don't want to overcomplicate the offense.
And early in this game, the first drive, they're going to go for it or appear to go for it on 4th down. They make their shift. Now it's going to be a quick punt by Taft. Nobody's back for Hewitt-Trussville. It's going to take a Vestavia Hills bounce inside the 10, inside the 5, and down right at the 4.5-yard line. Good job by Charlie Taft and the offense. They move the ball, not able to score it, but they do put the Huskies in a awkward situation deep in their own territory.
Yeah, both offenses score really fast, and they really have they run a fast tempo offense. So very interested to see what Hewitt-Trussville is going to do on their first offensive possession.
Well, they're already letting you know they got 3 wide receivers already split out, as the rest of that offensive line is there in a semi-huddle. And now we're going to see this Husky fast offense. Quarterback Jack Floyd. And they're going to hand the ball off. And able to get some positive yards is C.J. Davis. And yes, number 7, Jack Floyd, is a freshman, the son of the head coach Josh Floyd. And as they say, he's known this offense has been in the house his whole life. Dylan Cope gets the reception, and goes out of bounds, has enough for the first down, and moves the chains.
Yes, you want to. And
let's take a look at our People's Bank of Alabama starters for the offense.
Yeah, you led by number 7, Jack Floyd, C.J. Davis.
And this time the run doesn't go very far, able to get some positive yards. Now the reason why you see Jack Floyd there is we take a look at our defense for Vestavia Hills, presented by People's Bank of Alabama.
Led by number 50, Paxton Ersey, defensive lineman, 97, Morgan Butler.
And they want to go fast. Jack Floyd is starting in place of Zach Benedict, who got injured last week. He's week to week. Floyd's going to keep it, and he's getting some positive yards, and he is close to a first down. He may have enough for it on the quarterback keeper.
Quarterback keeper, man. This young man was trying to make a statement right there. He sent the ball, snapped to him. He took what was given to him. Got a few positive yards. Got off one defender, kind of tried to run over, but defender laid a hit on him, and we want to see that all night from this young man.
Good tackle there by Greer Mannon. And this was a carry by James Kelly. Kelly able to get a few yards, bring up second down and about 7. Going to give it to Alston. Alston looks like he was going to get stopped behind the line of scrimmage, but he's able to turn a negative into about a half-yard gain.
Yeah, as long as you're not very negative on those type of plays. Once he took the handoffs, very patient, read the offensive line, read the defensive line. He didn't go back. He was able to gain a few positive yards, and you should be okay as long as you get positive yards.
Floyd with some time, throws it, reception made to Jackson Martin, his tight end, and that's enough for another first down, and they'll move the chains again.
Floyd had plenty of time. Think about this offense. They're going very fast, so you want to get set very fast defensively, and you have to get set quick.
Keeping it on the ground. Here's a big hole for Austin, and he gets another first down. Ball is on the ground. Vestavia Hill says they have it, and yes, they do. What a recovery there. Great job by the defense, and it looks like Leighton Osborne was the one that came up with it.
Man, he took the handoff, very pretty handoff. He got it for an inside zone, got off a few defenders, hit the hole very hard, tried to spin move. Oh, man, but the ball was hit out of his hand on that play. Those are the type of plays you don't want to see in a positive run like that. Very explosive play.
Looks like Walker Hogue was the one who hit him and knocked it out, and it was Leighton Osborne, who was Johnny on the spot, able to get the recovery. And now Vestavia Hills has very good field position from their own 44-yard line. And that's one of our keys. They've got to get turnovers and make Hewitt-Trussville pay.
They have to create turnovers, and that's very important for tonight's game.
Tav going to throw. The ball is tipped in the air, and it goes out of bounds.
Looked like there was a little confusion on that play. He didn't know if he wanted to run it, throw it. He eventually looked, but by the time he got to throw the ball, it was too late, and defender forced him to make a flabby throw right here. As you can see, take a look at this replay. Rolls out to his right, trying to throw it, don't know what he want to do. He finally get hits, and he just has to throw it up and create a negative play.
And that was the other coach's son, Parker Floyd, the linebacker who led the team in tackles last year. Big play right there at the line of scrimmage, able to create a wall and just stop the running back dead in his tracks, and that was Antonio Wynn, the other linebacker for Hewitt-Trussville.
Antonio Wynn just blew that play up. He seen what it was, make sure his eyes in the right place. Once he read where the offensive line was going, he shot his gap, and he made a great defensive play.
Now 3rd down and 10. Hewitt-Trussville was 1 of 2 in their last drive on 3rd downs. Taft with time. Throws a bullet, and this one just may have been a little bit too hard for Zachary Laws. Good coverage there by Caden Ali.
Taft had plenty of time, was directing a little traffic, slid up in the pocket, didn't panic, didn't also get nervous. He threw a little sidearm, but just wasn't able to make the catch on there. You see right here, he's very patient, looking to the left, spins the ball a little bit, rolls up in the pocket, makes a good sidearm pass, maybe threw a little too hard, but we'll look to see what they can do on this next offensive possession as they get ready to punt.
Charlie Taft is also a member of the Vestavia Hills baseball team, and he's a pretty good baseball player. A lot of people say he may be one of the best in the state of Alabama. Punting now is Sloan Morgan. And this is a line drive kick. It will take a Vestavia bounce inside the 20, inside the 15, and it'll be down at about the 12-yard line. And once again, the Huskies won't have the best field position. And for Vestavia, their offense starts but stalls rather quickly.
Yeah.
We take a break. We come back. We'll see if Hewitt-Trussville's Husky fast offense can start fast and stay fast as Robert Evans' Rebels are trying to stop them. Stay tuned. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by Tamron Hyundai Hoover, a key Class 7A Region 3 matchup in the matchup opener of Region play. Second drive now for Hewitt-Trussville. Trying to go to the outside of C.J. Davis, and Davis finds a hole, able to get some positive yards, enough for a first down. And C.J. Davis is one of those young men that a lot of people are saying some colleges may be looking at.
Yes, this young man is very talented. You have to locate him on the football field. You have to make sure you have eyes on him. He's a former Auburn player. He's the son of former great Auburn player Chris Davis as well.
I know you being an Alabama guy, it's hard for you to say that name. We'll get you through that.
Yeah, please.
And it looks like it'll be first down and 15. They had some movement there a little bit too early for the Huskies. So now our Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta first down. Keeping it on the ground. And this time is Deuce Austin on the carry.
Yeah, Deuce Austin, little inside zone. Follow behind this offensive lineman, got some good positive yards. That's what you want to see in a game like this.
Austin and Kelly now spread out on the far side. Floyd looking to throw. And check that, that's Parker Floyd. And the linebacker turned quarterback, able to get some positive yards. This is nothing new. Parker in his career at Hewitt-Trussville has played both linebacker and quarterback from time to time.
Yeah, but Parker really took what was given to him. He read the defense, made a little juking moves, and took what was given to him, and he was able to turn the yard into some positive plays.
Davis again, this time he loses his helmet, have to go out for one play.
The gain is 3 yards, 2nd and 7.
And he was able to get about 5 or 6 yards on that carry.
In a game like this, you don't have to get a lot of yards. As long as you're getting 4 or 5 yards each carry, turn to a positive. That's what you want to see in a game like this, especially both offenses are very fast.
Parker Floyd still in at quarterback. Austin goes in motion. Floyd's going to keep it. And this time it's a linebacker that stonewalls him. Maybe right at the first down marker. But it looks like he has enough for the first down.
Trap play, you see, he took what was given, ran right up the middle. Looked like he wanted to trip the linebacker, but the linebacker really stood him up. But this young man is not scared to do what he has to do as a playmaker, and he's really been making some good plays offensively so far in the game.
And that was Owen Wilbanks on the tackle. Looks like we may have a player down for Hewitt-Trussville. And we do have one of the linemen. Looks like that may be either Reeves, Pickett, or Webb. Looks like that's Jackson Reeves. May have got the wind knocked out of him. He's back up. Oh, yeah, he's moving. He's moving and grooving. And even, you know, that big body, when you hit him in the right spot, all that wind just goes out of it.
Yeah, all that, and that's what you don't want to have. You want to make sure everybody stay healthy. Everybody stays. You want to make sure everybody stay healthy. You don't want to get winded like that for a big guy like that young man.
And it looks like his leg is giving him some trouble. So
like one of his knees are probably bothering him as well.
First down now at the 49-yard line. Another Salvatore's first down. Trying to keep it on the ground, and they're able to once again get some positive yards. Deuce Alston with the yardage.
Inside zone. He's doing a good job of following his offensive line. Those guys are giving him some running room, some wiggle room, and as long as you have good blocks like that all night, you should keep being successful, keep it on the ground.
Dylan Cope going in motion. They're going to give it. Nope. It's going to be a keeper by Parker Floyd, and Floyd's able to get enough for another Salvatore's first down. And remember, Salvatore's has 4 locations: Hoover, downtown and 280, and the new spot on Chelsea. Come try their authentic New York style pizza today. Mention Friday Night Rivals and get 10% off of your order. Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta. Clock continues to run. Deuce is on the carry, and he's wrapped up as soon as he gets the ball. Bringing him down was Paxton Ursery.
Deuce was wrapped up really quickly on their play. They had their eyes on him, but he didn't get any negative yards. He read the gap that was given to him, and he was able to get just maybe a few positive yards, but he didn't get anything negative.
Second down and 9 now for the Huskies. 4 wide receivers. Peyton still in at quarterback, and this time goes nowhere fast as C.J. Davis. He's quickly wrapped up. And making that play was Grayer Mannon. So now third down and long situation for the Huskies. Parker Floyd looking long, has a receiver, catch is made, looks like it's enough for another Salvatore's first down. Dylan Cope, and you just got to cope with it. He's going to make plays.
Dylan Cope is one of those explosive playmakers. You have to have all eyes on him at all times. Quarterback is very patient in the pocket. Saw his receiver, gave him a nice pass, nice catch for a first down.
Keeping it on the ground now. Alston able to get 2 or 3. I think their running game keeps you honest and makes you have to account for the running game, but they really want to do those strategic passes.
Yes, once you have to know, you have to be smart and know which one is going to come with you. But as long as they keep getting positive yards, that's what really should matter all night throughout the game. They're getting positive yards in the throwing game and in the passing game.
Parker Floyd in the shotgun. His brother Jack had the first series. Now big brother Parker in at quarterback. Keeping it is Floyd, and he spins, and he's finally brought down. And it'll bring up another third down.
Looks like Floyd wanted to give it, but he had to give it, but he had to pull it back out eventually. But as long as they have to keep great communication on that, but I don't doubt they'll still make up for that. They'll get some positive yards as long as they keep doing the things they have to do and their coach to do.
Third down. And we're right at a little bit over 2 minutes left to play here in the opening quarter. Now that check with me, they seem like they want to try to change the play slightly. Going to keep it to Alston. Alston able to stretch it out, and looks like he has enough for another first down. And now they're in the Window World red zone.
The young man bulldozed his way through that offensive lineman. He's feeling really good. Look like he's talking a little jump that you can see right here in the instant replay. Little inside zone, took what was given to him, bulldozed a few defenders, and was able to get a positive yard.
And now we're in the Window World red zone. Remember, enhance your home with Window World of Central Alabama. Whether you're upgrading your forever home, building your dream space, or renovating your commercial property, American-made replacement windows, doors, and vinyl sidings offer more than just a design statement. They're in that red zone, and now they're trying to go wide to C.J. Davis, and Davis is brought down and maybe got a loss. He loses that helmet again. I think they need to check that helmet, as Haynes Bridges was able to bring him down along with a couple of other guys there in, and that's Daniel Richardson who made the initial hit. And Davis got to go back to the sideline.
Yeah, hopefully they can get C.J. Davis' helmet fixed pretty quickly. You don't want to have to see the young man come out the game just because his helmet keeps popping off.
Another third down situation. They've been able to convert. And now back in is Jack Floyd at quarterback, and timeout is called by coach and dad Josh Floyd. We'll take a break with him. When we come back with 52 seconds left, we'll see if Husky Fast can score first. Stay tuned. And we've got a two-quarterback system coming in right now. The injured Zach Benedict is out, and it's the Floyd brothers, Jack and Parker, who have taken the reins of this Husky offense. Now looking at third down, they need to get to the 5 for a first. Jack's going to throw it. Catch is made. Enough for the first down and more. Does he get in? Yes, he does. And it's a touchdown for the Huskies. Great job by James Kelly to make that extra effort to get in the end zone.
Yes, he's very patient. The rolling out to the pass on the flat. He took what was given to him and touchdown, as you can see.
And that is a City of Bessemer touchdown. See why we call it the Marvel City. With growing jobs, affordable housing, strong schools, Bessemer, Alabama, opportunity lives here. Point after attempt, kick is up, and it is good. Nathan Fritz on the kick, and just like that, Husky Fast with a two-quarterback system works, and James Kelly, the recipient of the pass from Jack Floyd.
Right now, both quarterbacks are doing what they have to do. They're not trying to rush anything. They're not trying to do anything extra, but they're really doing what they have to do to make this offense successful, and that's what you want to see in a game like this. Don't try to make it overcomplicated, but just do the small things and continue to get positive yards, and you see what type of yards this play resulted in, which was a touchdown.
And now they use the technology to get under the tent, and they watch the video.
Yes, this technology has been very beneficial to high school. You can see what you did wrong, what you need to work on, what maybe you can improve on the next drive to help you be successful. So I think this technology has been very beneficial to the high school level.
Banks Lloyd will handle the kick for Hewitt-Trussville. And this will be a Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. The Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union is where you belong. We're committed to providing personalized financial solutions to help you achieve your goals. Go to CoosaPinesFCU.org today. And here's the kick. And he'll take it at his own 3-yard line as Mr. Laws. Laws has some room, gets beyond the 20, the 30, and runs out of bounds at about the 31-yard line. Late flag at about the 38.
Think about these kickoffs. You have to get down there and cover your lane. You can't be running all out of your lane. You have to. It's very important for the kickoff team to make sure they're running their lanes, make sure they get to the ball, but most of all, finding the ball, try to make a good play.
And this may be coming back for Vestavia for a block in the back. That's what the initial signal looks like, but we haven't heard the official call. Here we go.
During the return, illegal block in the back on the return team. 10-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
And there's head coach Josh Floyd. Been there over 12 years and has watched Hewitt-Trussville grow, and grow. Charlie Taff and company going with the I formation. They're going to keep it on the ground and try to pound it. And Carson Purdy there on the carry. And looks like they're going to try to let the clock run down to 0. And remember, this is our Salvatore's Pizza break. And remember, Salvatore's Pizza, they have 4 locations: Hoover, downtown 280, and their newest spot in Chelsea. Come try their authentic New York-style pizza today. Mention Friday Night Rivals and get 10% off of your order. Our Salvatore's Pizza break. And for Coach Evans, he's taking a quick break, but he's going to try to come back and see if his offense can ignite, because we've seen Husky Fast work well here in the first quarter. Stay tuned. Hewitt-Trussville up 7-0. Let's go down to Austin Pratt, who has an interview. Austin?
Guys, I've got Jeff Burnell here with People's Bank of Alabama. Jeff, what does it mean being here tonight for Friday Night Rivals as a sponsor?
It's an honor to be here tonight. I would say that we have some of the similar values as high school football. We bring people together and we add community value to the area.
And with so many exciting plays happening on the field here tonight, what's the most exciting thing that's happened for People's Bank in the last year?
The last few years, I would say the most exciting thing that we've experienced is the branch opening here in Trussville. It's hard to say that we've been open here for 2 years now. We've also been recognized for the Forbes list of America's best in state banks 4 years in a row. So that brings us excitement.
Yeah, it's fantastic to hear. And what do you attribute that success of People's Bank to?
There's no question our team of bankers are attributing to all of that success that we have. They're unbeatable, and that's the way we win.
Yeah, and People's Bank has been described as a community bank. You know, what does that mean for your customers?
It means local decision makers, superior customer service, and some of the best technologies out there. We offer the same services you receive from larger banks.
Yeah, and kind of talking a little more about that, what is the advantage that a community bank might have over some of y'all's competitors?
Community banks are vital to the success of the community. We worship, we serve, we work together, and People's Bank is truly there for people, and it shows up daily in what we do.
Yeah, definitely. Well, Jeff, really appreciate you taking the time with us today. Throwing it back up to y'all in the booth.
All right. Thank you so very much. People's Bank of Alabama, one of our proud sponsors, and we thank them so very much for supporting the broadcast and supporting high school and community athletics. Second down now for Vestavia. They're trying to get their offense started. Taft with some time. Now he's getting some pressure, and he's going to run out of bounds. may have gained about 2 to set up a third down situation.
Yeah, he was very patient on that. He looked like he wanted to eventually go downfield with a deep pass, but he was reading the defense. They were all over that. So he just did what a great quarterback does. They just hold the ball, take it, and live for another down. That's what you want to see in an offensive game like this.
No movement there on the clap coming from Taft. They move Purdy, trying to get him in the right spot. Now he's moving deeper into the backfield. Flare and high. It looks like it's intercepted, and it is. Trying to stay on his feet and keep on going, and great job by Hewitt-Trussville. Big play by Sam Dick.
Yeah, Sam was all over that. I mean, young man was very patient. He seen where he was going with his eyes. He got upfield, got the great interception, and that was a great play, great defensive play. And you want to have those type of plays in a game like this, especially for a fast-paced offense like Vestavia's Hill.
And I know Taft wants to have that one back, but now here comes that offense. Does not rest at all. Good quick pitch and catch to Dalen Cope, and he's able to get a first down and more. Jack Floyd making the pass.
You have to keep your eyes on the receiver, Dylan Cope. I mean, this young man's an explosive playmaker. You can't just let him get wide open like that. You have to put pressure on him and apply pressure on him in order for you to be successful.
Salvatore's first down. C.J. Davis scoots himself forward for about a 6 or 7 yard gain.
C.J. Davis is a young man that's out there. He's feeling pretty good. He's doing what he can to help his team, and he's very successful on that last drive.
Now we're in the Window World's red zone. Remember, Window World, they redefine durability, performance, and value. And young Jack Floyd trying to prove that he's durable, keeping it, and he was brought down.
Didn't get much positive yards on that play, but was ran behind his offensive line and was able to get some positive yards. He didn't go negative, so that's the great thing about this last play.
Trying to keep it on the ground. Deuce Alston is tripped up and brought down.
Go to the outside zone there. Deuce was very patient. He almost tried to stiff arm a defender, but I believe the defender caught his foot right there. But I think if he wouldn't have caught his foot, he might have would have got close to that end zone.
So now 4th and short. Floyd's going to keep it, and does he get it? Oh, man, it depends on the spot. Vestavia is saying that they turned him away, but we're going to see where the spot is. Parker Simpson is one of those guys for Vestavia saying, no, he's short. And will they measure? And they're going to call, yeah, they're going to have to measure it. See Parker Simpson and the rest of the defense gets a well-deserved break right there. But we'll see if it's good enough for a first down. Will they have to go right back out there?
They were all over that play like they knew what was coming. I mean, a 4th and short play like that, you're either going to get a quarterback sneak or you're going to get what the Eagles do, a tush push. And they were very prepared for that last play, so we're going to be interested to see what the chain crew is going to say on this measurement.
All right, here comes the chains. And I think the NFL this year, they're using like lasers.
Yes.
Lasers. We've got lasers in football, folks. Not yet in high school.
Not yet.
Pro.
You think it'll come to high school?
No, I don't really know. No, I don't want to see any lasers.
Right.
And Vestavia's defense holds as the Huskies unable to get a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rebels. And I think this may be one of our act equipment coaches calls right here.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like it was an inside zone to the left, but they didn't get quite the yards they needed. I mean, they was very patient, but in a play like that, you have to hit it hard. You can't just sit there and tiptoe. You have to hit that gap and be very explosive with it.
And that's our act equipment coaches call. Remember, they have TYM Branson subcompacts through 130 horsepower tractors, Gatorade trailers, and multiple equipment implement, and many, many more. ACT Equipment, and that's our coach's call. Looks like we had a flag on the first play for Vestavia Hills in this drive. Illegal substitution. So a repeat first down. Push them back even further.
Think about a fast offense. You have to get set before you can snap the ball. You can't just go snap. You have to make sure offensive line is set, receivers, running backs. You have to make sure everyone is set before you can eventually snap the ball.
And remember, at halftime, we'll have the Avadian Credit Union halftime. We'll have school administrators plus highlights up from across the nation and, of course, from this game possibly. And make sure you stay tuned for our Avadian Credit Union halftime. And that was a completed pass, but didn't go far. So now second down. Price LeMaster now in at quarterback, and Charlie Taft with the job at running back. They give it to Taft. Taft's going to try to go to the outside, and he was able to get some positive yards to set up third down. This is nothing new, junior to junior, LeMaster to Taft.
Yes, look at him. He was very patient, took the toss. You really like he wanted to go inside, but he didn't have none on the inside, so he had to bounce it outside. But at least he didn't go to backwards. He kept it where he still was able to create positive yards on that last play.
Less than 18 seconds left on the play clock. Third down and about 6 to go for the first. Taft with plenty of time. Going to throw it long. Looking for a receiver, and catches made by Zachary Laws. Enough for a huge Salvatore's Pizza first down.
Zachary Lars with an explosive catch. I mean, that was a nice, pretty catch right there. Look at it right here. He's very patient. Look what the defense gave him. He threw it on the run, too, which is very dynamic. So he was caught the ball right there for a very positive first down.
Laws return man also for the Rebels. He's had the hot hand in the receiving position. LeMaster gives it back to Taft. Taft eludes one defender, and he slips down. Wow.
Man, looked like he wanted to go deeper. They were trying to go back to Zachary Laws, but in a play like that, you can't gain of like 15, 20 yards, and then you don't get any more yards. You have to use those type of plays as momentum. Looked like he wanted to get away, but he was doing a little slipping and sliding on that brand new turf out there.
As they say, got to change his cleats.
Yeah.
Got to change his cleats like a Formula One car. You got to change those tires. Woogie Crawford there gets credit for the tackle. Here comes Taft getting pressure. He'll lose one defender. Here comes Woogie chasing him down. Good pitch right there to LeMaster, and he's able to get out of bounds. Price LeMaster. This is that dual quarterback thing that's going on for Vestavia Hills. You got two guys back there. Taft says, I can't outrun him, so I'm just going to pitch it out to LeMaster, and he's off to the races.
Yeah, eventually Taft looked like he wanted to throw that ball downhill. He was very smart. Kept the pitch man right there beside him and got a few positive yards, and that was very smart of him to actually toss that ball off like that.
Price LeMaster, it's very rare you can play two positions in one drive in possibly one play.
Yes, I mean, you don't see that very often, but in a talented offense like this, I guess you got to do what you got to do in order to be successful on offensive plays like that.
Timeout is called. And we'll take one with them, and we'll see if Vestavia Hills' two-quarterback system can produce a score. Stay tuned. And we see head coach Robert Evans using that technology that is accessible here in the state of Alabama for all schools. And he's trying to make sure that he can strategically put together a good third down here to get his team to continue this drive. Taft under center now. Harper in at fullback along with Purdy as the running back going out of the eye. Give to Harper, he eludes one defender, gets enough for the first down, and they will move the change.
Yeah, Harper just followed his lead block, followed his fullback, was very patient and took what was given to him. He got some very powerful offensive linemen up front, so he got some very positive yards on that fullback, on that halfback dive. So that's what you want to see in the offensive play like that.
Another Salvatore's first down for the Rebels. Two wide receivers on the far side. Keeping it is Taft, and Taft is able to get something out of it as Dante Seals was able to make the tackle.
Taft on a quarterback draw right there, but Seals was ready to play. He was very patient, and he was able to make a good defensive play right there. And that's what you want to see from a very smart defensive player who just made a great play like that.
Now, did Seals shed the block and make the tackle?
Yeah, Shield, he had great hands. Once he locked onto the offensive lineman, he was able to punch and shed off the block, and then he was able to make a good form tackle. That's what you want to see from a great defensive player right there, who's able to get off a big old offensive lineman.
Now second down and about 7 for the first. Taft with a good fake, throws, reception made, and that's to Luke Stubbs, and he has enough for the first down, and now they're in the Window World red zone.
Yeah, it was rolled out to his right, took his time. He had plenty of time back there. He didn't have anybody kind of pressure him. Rolled out, faked the dive, kind of rolled out, see what was given to him, threw it downfield, and got a very positive play right there.
Playing well in space. Now they've got Harper in at fullback. Another Salvatore's first down. Purdy all the way back at his own 16. Give to Purdy, and he has a running start, and he may be just short of the goal line, and they'll call him down at the 1, and it'll be second down and goal. They're trying to move as fast as possible. Here come the Rebels again. Trying to go again. Do they have enough to get into the end zone? Yes, they do, and the Rebels score. Another City of Bessemer touchdown. And that's Carson Purdy with the first touchdown for Vestavia Hills tonight.
Yeah, Carson Purdy, man, you can see right here, this young man, he's running downhill. He's very physical, very explosive. He's not scared of no contact. He's going to bring the wood, and therefore right there on that play, you can see he was very powerful, and he is not scared of any contact, which resulted in another touchdown.
Our first touchdown of the evening for the Rebels. So now we're extra point away from being all tied up, as they say. Then we got a ball game.
Yeah, we have a ball game right here. I mean, both offenses doing what they're doing, and as you can see, this young man, as long as they keep doing that, it might continue to be a ball game all night.
Sloan Morgan for the point after attempt. And it is good. With 5:44 left here in the first half, it was Carson Purdy who put the icing on the cake as the two quarterback system worked for the Rebels as they're able to cap it off with a short touchdown run, and it's tied up 7-7. Drummond Company Friday Night Rivals presented by Tamron Hyundai Hoover. Time now for our Children's of Alabama Smile Cam. Remember, Children's of Alabama, all for your one. And look at the student body here for Hewitt-Trussville. The young ladies have the hats tilted to the back. They even have megaphones. I didn't know that was like a fashionable thing, the electronic megaphone. What happened to the old school, just the cone? You know, I remember the little cones they used to hand out, but, you know, I'm dating myself. Another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. This time the Huskies will take it from their own 1-yard line and trying to go and keeping his feet and going out of bounds. Great job by DJ Hall. But we do have a penalty. This may all be coming back.
During the return, illegal block in the back on the return team. Penalty is 10 yards from the spot of the foul. First down.
All right, we saw that happen to Vestavia, and now it's happened to Hewitt-Trussville.
On special teams, you hate to see those type of plays. I mean, you get good field position, you get positive yards, and then on special teams, all of a sudden, you get a block in the back or just any type of penalty. You don't want to see that, especially on special teams.
All right, Jack is back in at quarterback. Jack Floyd, the freshman quarterback, son of head coach Josh Floyd. Jack trying to elude a defender, and he can't elude all of the white shirts. Looks like he may have lost a half a yard. Still trying to find somebody downfield.
Yeah, he was trying to be patient. He was trying to see what was open, but the defense kind of picked up on it, and they just, once they knew nobody was open, they kind of swarmed them, and they made a good negative play right here, as you can see.
He's just trying to roll out. And this time, incomplete pass intended for C.J. Davis. So now it's 3rd and long. And remember, for Hewitt-Trussville, they're inside their own 10-yard line.
Yeah, so they have to march this field a long way if they want to score a touchdown in this offensive position right here.
Keeping it is Floyd. They're trying to do the safe thing. And a late flag again. And looks like it may be a face mask. Let's see what the official call will be. And Jack's like, yeah, they took my helmet off.
Personal foul, face mask, defense. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. The distance results in a
Let's
first
take
down.
another look and see exactly what happened.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely see it right there. I mean, he was trying to take what was given to him, but they want to rip his man's whole helmet off. And I guess he's getting tired of that.
There it is.
As you can see it right there.
Now, helmet ripping does not help you get player of the game, but good plays do. And remember, after the game, we'll have the Drummond Company player of the game. That's a nice flare out to Deuce Austin. Clock continues to run.
Deuce Austin is a playmaker. You have to know where he was at. He took the snap on a nice bubble on that last play and got a few positive yards.
Give it to Austin again. Oh, he was trying to keep his feet, but he has enough for Salvatore Pizza first down, and they'll move the chains.
Yeah, he took what was given to him right here. It looked like on the zone or the inside zone. Oh, man, I believe he would have got his leg caught right there. He would have kept going for a few more positive yards.
And on the Salvatore's Pizza first down, looks like they don't get much on that play. As Jack Floyd was able to keep it himself. So now 2nd down and 8. Now check with me. DJ Hall split out on the far side. They give it to Austin. Austin is spun around and brought down. Great play by Paxton Ursery.
Paxton Ursery was all over there. I mean, he got off the blocks, he used his hands, was able to shed the offensive lineman, shoot the gap, and made a very explosive tackle right here. I mean, he didn't even get past line of scrimmage. He almost tried to get that ball out. So Deuce may want to hold that ball a little bit closer so the ball won't get stripped out of his hand.
That may be a nominee for our stop of the game.
Very explosive defensively.
3rd down and long. Floyd gonna keep it, run, and whoa, he gets hit. And he may be, yes, he's about a yard short of the 1st down.
He took a hard hit on this play, but look, he rolled out to his right, wanted to look downfield, very patient, but he eventually took off and got hit pretty hard right there by the defender. But he got right back up and looked like he was ready for another play.
And this could be our stop of the game if Vestavia can make a stop. And it looks like we got timeout called by Coach Floyd.
Timeout here. It's their second charge time for the half.
Coach Evans just trying to see exactly what they want to do.
At the Hewitt-Trussville High School Stadium, while the football players, cheerleaders, and band are getting ready to do their thing, there's another big
So this is another opportunity for our coaches call, our ACT equipment coaches call. What do you think if you're Coach Evans, he needs to call defensively?
If I'm Coach Evans, I want to make sure everybody's in the box, but I also want to make sure that all my playmakers are covered right here. So you want to just be very careful, know where the playmakers at, but you also want to have some big guys on the inside that can stuff the middle.
And if you look at the other side of the ball, our ACT equipment coaches call, what should Coach Floyd and the Huskies be looking to try to do?
If I'm Coach Husky, and if I'm the coach, I want to make a very nice smart play. Maybe give me a dive or a tush push or just something that possibly could probably draw the defense off. But I want to do something very smart, and I don't want to do nothing that's going to cost me on this next play.
So it is 4th down. And so far tonight on conversions on 4th down, no one is converted yet on a 4th down play. Hewitt-Trussville tried it earlier in the 1st quarter, and they were unsuccessful. So let's see if they can try it again. 4th and 1. And they're going to keep it on the ground, and looks like they have enough for the first. C.J. Davis able to get those tough yards, and it's a Salvatore's Pizza 1st down, and they'll move the chains.
Coach kept it simple, kept the ball on the ground, he only needed about 2 or 3 positive yards, was able to get that, and that set them up for a nice 1st down.
Floyd bobbles it, gives it over to Davis, and now he's pushing people. They've got more flags that go down, but it was Davis that drug a couple of guys with him.
Davis looking pretty shifty on that play. A few spin moves, a few truck people, and just was very explosive, moving his feet at a very high rate.
Let's see if they're going forward or backwards. No indication from the referees just yet. Here we go.
Turn the run, illegal block in the back on the offense. It's a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat the down.
And illegal block in the back, so those yards that Davis was able to obtain has been negated. And remember, at the end of the game, we will have our school bus stop of. Yes, our bus does have rims. Okay, here we go. Nice big play. And able to get all those negative yards back is Deuce Austin. So now brings up a 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, quick pass to the left. He was able to get some yardage, some positive yards at that after they just got a flag on that play. And that was a very good play strategy by this offense.
So now 2nd down and 9. Play is stopped. Flag is thrown.
Prior to the snap, encroachment on the offense. 5-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
And somebody must have lined up a little bit off.
Yeah, and once again, like I stated earlier, in a fast-paced offense like that, you want to make sure everybody's lined up fast, but you also want to make sure everybody's lined up correctly. So once you make sure everybody's lined up, then you should be able to snap the ball, but you can't just snap it without everybody being set.
So now 2nd and long. Keeping it is Floyd, and he's able to get those negative yards back before Haynes Bridges and company able to bring him down.
One thing about Floyd is he's not afraid to be physical. I mean, he was running downhill before he was met by the defender, but he didn't get any negative yards. But as long as you keep getting positive yards, you should have a nice, successful drive right here.
3rd down, and we'll call it 8. Less than 2 minutes to play. Austin on the run. They're trying to keep it safe, and Austin gets enough for the 1st down and more inside the 30 down to about the 27-yard line. Another hard run by Deuce.
Yeah, Deuce, man, you can see right here, he took the handoff, was very quick and shifty with it. He's running downhill very hard. Young man's very explosive. Once you get in his way, you better try to get him when you can. If you can't, he's going to keep making positive yards, and that's what you're seeing from Deuce Austin right here.
Another Salvatore's Pizza 1st down. Keeping it on the ground is Austin, and right now it looks like this is Austin's part of the drive as he's been able to get closer and closer to that 20-yard line marker.
Austin is finding the rhythm right here. I bet over at the sideline he's like, Coach, keep feeding me, because right now I'm in the rhythm. And once a great player like that gets to the rhythm, it's kind of hard to stop him. So you want to keep him going while they're being explosive.
In the Window World red zone, Floyd's going to keep it and go down at the 16-yard line. Remember, Window World, they redefine durability, performance, and value, setting a new standard in how long you live or work in Central Alabama. So now 1st and 10. They can get to about the 6-yard line, get a first before they score. Going to the outside is C.J. Davis. Davis runs over a defender, stays on his feet. But wow, Daniel Richardson took the brunt of C.J. Davis's hit.
Man, C.J. Davis laid there wood on this last play. He took the handoff, bounced to the outside, thought you were going to tackle him right here, but he said, boom, he trucked him, get off me, kept going, and got a few positive yards on that play.
Jack trying to look for somebody, can't find anyone. Here comes Jack Floyd. He's going to run and get down to about the 6-yard line.
Jack Floyd maybe couldn't find anybody on that last play, but one thing he found some positive yards right there, and he took advantage of what was given to him. It looked like he rolled out right here, was looking to throw the ball. Oh, I can't find nobody, but I can find some positive yards. Maybe he took a nice hit right there, but he still was able to get a 1st down.
Jack be nimble, Jack be quick.
And right there, he was very quick.
And we have no candlestick, but he's just trying to get to the goal line. So 5 seconds left here in the 1st half. And for this freshman, Jack Floyd, the son of Josh Floyd, and this is not a design situation by Coach Floyd to put his son out there as a freshman. The starter, Zach Benedict, who has been outstanding the first 2 games, got injured last week, and he's week to week. And what a lot of people who are new to Class 7A Region 3, you don't want to play in a game at 100%. If you're not 100%, you may not want to go out there because they have at least 3 teams who are in the top 100 nationally. So you got to make sure you're clicking on all cylinders because these teams bring the heat.
Yeah, right now, Jackson Floyd, I mean, he's doing everything he's been coached to do, and he looked like he's ready for this moment. He's prepared all week. He's practiced all week. But the thing about great players is whenever they're thrown into these situations, they don't freeze up and they don't do anything hard. They just take advantage of what is given to them. And right now, young man's put on a really great show, and he's looking like he's not afraid of anything. He just keep being positive, and he's really making a great game so far.
Five seconds left here in the half. We're all tied up at 7 apiece. Jack looking in the end zone, throws it, and almost a catch, but it looks like it could be an interception. Wow, Dylan Cope had it, but it just falls into the lap of Leighton Osborne.
Looked like it's going to be a backside fade right here. He went up for it. He jumped and got it, but as you can see, the other defenders came down with it. Man, if he would have caught that, that would have been definitely a good pass and a good throw right there, but he just couldn't quite come down with the reception.
Leighton Osborne is responsible for the fumble recovery, and now he's responsible for being part of stopping a potential touchdown. Now we got to see exactly. The officials are right there discussing to see if we may have an untimed down here to end the half, because there was a flag. Everybody's trying to discuss, trying to make sure they're on the same page. Here we go. All right, and they say no, and it'll be halftime. Wow. Vestavia's defense holds as Hewitt-Trussville literally was knocking on the door, and the Rebels shut it down to end the half. Great job by Vestavia Hill's defense to step up.
Yes. The defense was big right there in that offensive position. I mean, as you can tell, they almost hit him back there with a back shoulder pass, but they were all over that play, and that's what you want to see in a game like this. You got to know where your playmakers are at all times.
Let's go down on the sidelines. Let's go.
Coach, frustrating way to end the half. Tell me a little bit about what happened there.
Yeah, it was pretty frustrating. It was 6 seconds left. We throw a fade ball from the 4-yard line, and somehow the clock ran out. So I don't understand that at all. I don't know how that's possible. So we should have had a second right there. But, hey, we got to score. We've had the ball a couple times, the opportunity to score. We hadn't got it done. So we got to do a better job offensively.
A lot of things have looked really good for you guys, but also, again, very frustrating. Can you talk about the penalties and the stall drives?
Yeah, we've had some bad penalties, just like bad inopportune times. Had a fumble the first drive. So, moving the football, we got to score touchdowns. So I like our defense. They're playing well, but offense got to help them out more second half.
I got it, Coach. Thank you. Appreciate it. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you, Austin, and thank you, Coach. And so far, we've had a whale of a game. Yes, two quarterbacks pitching to each other as Vestavia found a way to get to the end zone. We're all tied up at 7. The Avadian Credit Union coming up. Stay tuned.
You're watching the Avadian Credit Union Halftime Report. No matter your financial need, Avadian is here to help make it happen.
We're talking about dehydration and nutrition with Lauren Cave, a clinical dietitian here at Children's of Alabama. Lauren, thanks so much for your time today. I want to talk about nutrition first. What are some of the common struggles that teens have when it comes to nutrition?
I think some of the most common struggles with teens and nutrition involve the basics. So figuring out which foods to eat and how much of those foods to eat and when to eat those and planning ahead and teens are impressionable, so there's a ton of misinformation out there on social media too.
So they really have a lot to learn when they're starting this process of learning how to have a healthy diet. What's a good way to get that process started?
Yeah, so I think the easiest way is to start by setting really small, attainable goals so that they're realistic. And those might look like including a variety of foods in your diet or eating consistently throughout the entire day.
So that's a look at nutrition. We want to talk about dehydration as well, because that can certainly be a big concern. Lauren, how important is it for teens to make sure they do stay hydrated throughout the day?
Yeah, it is so important for teens to make sure that they stay hydrated throughout the whole day. One is just to maintain their alertness and making sure they're thinking clearly. It also helps with lubricating tissues in your eyes, nose, and mouth, and it helps lubricate your joints and keeps your muscles flexible, and it helps your body excrete toxins too.
So it really helps the whole body in a lot of different ways, and I know you do need to get a certain amount of water every day. What would be your advice on how much water a teen should have each day?
Yeah, so a general guideline would just be 2 to 3 liters per day, and if you're feeling tired or lethargic or experiencing any symptoms of dehydration like muscle cramps, you may need to increase that number a little bit.
A lot of good advice about dehydration and nutrition. For more information, go to childrensal.org.
Can you tell me a little bit about your most recent 2024-25 Top 5 Program Max Prep rankings for Vestavia Hills Athletics?
Yeah, we are super proud of our coaches and athletes for that. You know, not only was there 8 state championships and a national championship in JV cheer, but it's really a community effort for us. You know, we have an award-winning band which just finished on the field. They've had 20 plus years of superior ratings. So for us, it's really a community thing. It's the coaches and kids, it's the parents, it's the sponsors. It really is all of us that are pursuing excellence, not only on the playing field, but also in the classroom. So we are super proud of our teams and look forward to continuing that success this year.
And obviously we're here at a football game tonight, but there's plenty of other fall sports coming up or may have already started. Could you tell me a little bit more about, some other programs and what's going on in Vestavia Hills?
Absolutely. Our flag football team has been in action. They're doing really well, should have a great season. Our volleyball team is ranked in the top 10 right now and are just rolling through their season as well. Our cross-country program kicks off another meet tomorrow. So we are certainly in full swing and looking forward to great finishes.
Yeah, definitely. Love to hear it. Well, Lord, thank you very much. I really appreciate the time. And that's Friday Night Rivals. We'll be right back. Guys, I'm here with Lance, the Hewitt-Trussville Athletic Director. Now, tell me a little bit, what does it mean to be hosting Friday Night Rivals here tonight?
Yeah, well, it's exciting for us. We always enjoy when you guys come and able to show this off. So, obviously, we're a community program, and I think you see that tonight with, all of our youth football players, youth cheerleaders, the crowd that we have here on the home side. So, Friday nights are special, and they really are here in Trussville. So, we're glad that you guys are here to share it with us.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit more about that community football, the youth cheerleading, and a little bit of that community support that we see here?
Yeah, well, we're a community program, and if you look out here, the guys playing on the field out here, they were all in our youth program many years ago. So that's the way we do it here. So yeah, we want those guys to be a part of it. I know the younger guys get really excited to give high fives and run through the sign with the players and do all that. You see all of our youth cheerleaders down here with our high school cheerleaders. So it's neat for me to see the younger kids that look up to them because, 5-6 years ago, I saw the guys that are out here on the field and the girls on the track were the little kids doing the same thing. So that's what we're about here.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about the stadium atmosphere, right? It's certainly intimidating coming in here as a visitor with the video board and the lights. Can you tell us a little bit about what goes into that?
Yeah, well, we just have a small goal, and it's to have the best game day atmosphere in the state of Alabama. So just a small goal, right? But we're very fortunate. We got a lot of talented people running our video board, lights, music, all those things. So, when you think about it, the majority of guys that are on the field tonight aren't going to play past high school. So our goal is to give them a first-class experience in all that we do. So it's a special environment for sure, and I know our guys are appreciative.
Yeah, can you talk just a little bit more about those community-based athletics again?
Yeah, sure. That's what we're about here in Trussville. We have a lot of involvement really with every sport. So here at the high school level, we do everything we can to get the kids involved. We want them to come to the games. We want them to be a part of what we're doing because they're our future. So we're really excited to see the crowd and the energy we have tonight, and hopefully we'll have a big second half.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. We really appreciate the time. Friday Night Rivals will be right back after these short messages.
All right, 30 seconds. Welcome back to the Avadian Credit Union halftime show. Vestavia Hills and Hewitt-Trussville locked up at 7 apiece here at halftime. James Red along with R.J. Burns. And R.J., we thought this would be a scoring fest, but it's turned out to be a defensive battle.
Yes, right now both teams are making nice plays on defense. They're making great stops. They're limiting explosive plays on offense from both of each other. So, and right now at the halftime, this is where you have to go in and see what can I do to score more points, and hopefully we can see that come out in the second half here.
Let's take a look at the first half highlights in which both teams used 2 quarterbacks apiece. So early on, Jack Floyd, but his brother Parker Floyd, who also plays linebacker, he keeps it himself and tries to set up his team for a score. And then here comes Jack. He throws out a flare pass to James Kelly, and he's able to get in for the score. But wow, Vestavia Hills comes right back, and they throw an interception, and that's Ethan Ridley with the pick.
Yes, all these quarterbacks are making explosive plays. They're being smart with the ball. They're seeing what they can get. They're trusting their offensive linemen, and they're just being explosive, and they're finding their playmakers. And that's what you want to see in two powerful offenses like the game we have going on tonight.
Charlie Tabb finds Law, and then they're able to find a way into the end zone and score right there on the second effort. Able to get it, and the point after attempt is good. And then Jack Floyd at the end of the first half tries to find Cope, but it's incomplete.
Yes, that would have been a very powerful catch if he would have caught that, on especially going out in the halftime performance on a drive like that.
And we have some other games that are going on, even though it is crucial here. We're in region play, but we have some other plays that's going on right around the country.
The best Thursday night lights and Friday night rivals highlights from across the country.
And here comes Khalil Taylor. Welcome to the Rams, Mr. Khalil. He can fly. There goes Khalil Taylor with a head of steam. Here goes Khalil. Across midfield. The kicker to beat. Khalil Taylor. Welcome to Park Richland, young man. Anything you can do, I can do better. DZ.
Trying to find somebody. Good coverage there. Here comes Agent Zero with a big hit. Wow! Justin Hartley came in and laid down the leather old school style.
Facing some pressure, Lawrence with the catch and the moves. Gets past midfield and more. Another move. 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets.
Starting the fourth quarter, Bradley going long. Trying for a home run hit, and as he makes the catch. Yes, he does. Great catch by Keto Rango into the red zone, and that's how you ignite a crowd to start the fourth quarter.
From 59 yards, hold is good, kicks on the way, and he drilled it with room to spare. Tommy Baccaro extends the Brentwood.
Closed captioning is brought to you by 1 Hour Heating and Air. Closed captioning is brought to you by 1 Hour Heating and Air. Like to take a moment to thank our Friday Night Rivals pregame sponsors, Air Experts, experts at providing air conditioning, heating services in the Birmingham area. Win South Credit Union, soak up the sun and watch your savings grow at Win South Credit Union. And Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers. Every steak burger is cooked to order with your choice of toppings and served just the way you want it. Check out the Freddy's app for details.
Wow. It looks like it's almost a full moon, 3/4 moon here as it's tied 7-7 in Trussville. The Huskies of Hewitt-Trussville and Vestavia Hills Rebels doing battle to see who will be 1-0 in 7A Region 3.
Yes, somebody has to win the game tonight. Both teams are undefeated. You're opening up region play, so somebody has to lose and somebody has to win, but we have to see who's going to win this game tonight and come out victorious.
RJ, when we think about adjustments, what do you think Hewitt-Trussville needs to do adjustment-wise in the second half?
I think Hewitt-Trussville needs to do something that's going to help them offensively. Just get a drive going. Things about these drives like this, don't have to be nothing too explosive, nothing too dynamic, but as long as you keep getting those 5-yard drives, those 3-yard drives, those things will help you in the long run. So I think once they find the rhythm, once they get into a rhythm that works for them, they will be successful in the game.
How about for Vestavia Hills? Their defense really stepped up at the end of the first half.
Yes, Vestavia Hills is playing very good defense right now, but they have to just find something that works for them, keeping it simple, applying pressure to both quarterbacks, and just being very positive, and then they'll be successful coming out.
Let's go down to Austin Pratt. Austin?
Coach, tell me a little bit about what was talked about in the locker room, what adjustments being made in the second half here.
Yeah, not a whole lot of adjustments. We got a couple guys banged up. They got a couple guys banged up, but it's kind of a war of attrition. I mean, the conditions are legit out here, and so it's going to come down to us tackling them. They got really good skill. They got a bunch of guys that are fantastic high school football players, and we're a little gassed, and they're probably a little gassed too. So who can fight to the end and make plays, and who can win the turnover battle?
Yeah, a little slower offensive game for both sides here. What are the points of emphasis kind of spark this thing up, get home with a win?
Slow it down. Like, this is the only time we slow it down. They play probably faster than we do, but that's by design. We're in the game, and it's the second half, and we should be in the game in the fourth quarter and have a chance at the end if we play well, get some turnovers, and take care of the ball.
Thank you very much, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you, Coach Evans, and thank you, Austin, for getting that interview as we are less than 2 minutes away from starting the third quarter. And for Vestavia, they'll be kicking it to Hewitt-Trussville. But it seems as though receiving for the first half worked for them. They were able not necessarily to score, but set the tone for the game.
Yes, they're making some quick passes, some good downfield throws, and good catches. And they were the thing about them, they're being very patient. They're doing what is necessary to win the game, and they're also looking downfield and seeing what the defense is giving them. So that's what you want to keep seeing in an offensive game like this. You want to stay patient and take what the defense is giving to you.
All right, and if you're Hewitt-Trussville at this point, how do you get this Husky fast offense really clicking on all cylinders here at home?
Well, I think you really have to just stay patient. The offensive line has to continue to do a great job. Continue to get the ball to your playmakers. Everybody making explosive passes, explosive catches, and don't overcomplicate anything. Just do what you've been coached to do. And they probably made some halftime adjustments in the locker room. So just come out and do those things, and maybe you can have some success in this second half.
A lot at stake for both teams because in this region, you've got teams like Hoover. You've got teams like Hillcrest Tuscaloosa. You've got teams like Thompson. And, of course, the two teams that are playing right now. So you've got a lot of good teams that are playing, but you're only going to be able to get 3, possibly 4 into the playoffs.
Teams like this are very powerful. You name all those teams in all the different regions. Man, you have to just do what you're coached to do, and that's where all your training come back in when you have spring ball, you have fall camp. But you know going in, you're in a tough region, so you have to do everything you can do to be successful and not complicated, but just play your level of football and play what you're coached to do, but most of all, make plays on the football field as great football players do.
A great night for football. You see the athletic campus of Hewitt-Trussville, the pavilion off in the distance. This stadium, they have constantly tried to upgrade it. This year, they upgraded the turf, brought in brand new turf to go along with their spectacular Jumbotron and their new lights. They have a light show that's going on. All of the amenities that some people would say used to be exclusively to professional sports or college sports, but it has made its way onto the high school landscape?
Yeah, they have very great, nice facilities. It's a brand new turf. They have nice campus. They have nice things for the fans. The fans are very interactive. As you can see tonight is youth night, so they're involved with the youth, which is the youth football players, youth cheerleaders. So they're trying to make this thing a community thing. They're making it a great atmosphere, and they also have great lights, great jumbo, and that's what you want to see in a good high school football game like this. You want to bring that passion that you do see on college football on Sunday night, and tonight the atmosphere is definitely here, and they definitely have great venues, and everybody is enjoying themselves on a Friday night.
And let's take a look at our Avadian Credit Union stats, and it looks like Hewitt-Trussville has basically been running up and down the field, but not able to get a lot of points.
Hewitt-Trussville just being they're being north and south. They're running the ball, but at this time they have to find something that will continue to work for them in this game if they want to come out victorious.
Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff and off to the races, but getting tripped up. A good open field tackle made there by Ben Ponder for Vestavia Hills.
Ben Ponder was all on that tackle. He came down, he got in his lanes, he found the ball, made a great form tackle, and that's what you want to see on a special teams play like that. Get down there, cover your lanes, and make a great form tackle.
And it looks like Jack will come out and be the signal caller to start the third quarter. He did start the game, the freshman, son of head coach Josh Floyd, but his older brother, Parker Floyd, who also is the starting linebacker, came in for a couple of series, and they put Jack back in. The official starter, Zach Benedict, is out with an injury. First down, here comes Floyd. He's going to keep it, and he's going to get wrapped up by Paxton Ursery, but not before he was able to get about 5 or 6 yards.
Floyd on the quarterback keeper. I mean, he was very physical in there. He's running downhill. He had his eyes in the right spot. He got maybe 4 or 5 yards, but they were very positive yards.
Hand off to Austin, and Austin able to get close to the line of scrimmage, but not much more, maybe about 1 or 2 yards. Bring up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, Austin took what was given to him, very patient right there. He didn't get a lot of yards, but he got maybe enough yards to keep this possession going positive. And you don't have to get maybe 10 or 15 yards. Maybe you keep getting positive yards. Everything will be okay.
And C.J. Davis, a change of pace, and that change of pace gives them a Salvatore's first down, and they'll move the chains.
Right now they're moving the chains pretty effectively. I mean, maybe there's some of the things they could have talked about in the halftime adjustments. They're just coming out here and showing what they can do.
And even though this offense is known for the ability to pass the ball, they've been doing a great job running it. Here comes Jack, stringing it out. Now he's going to run it. It gets around the end, breaks a tackle, and gets close to midfield.
Jack looked like he wanted to go downfield, but was very patient. He took what was given to him. He didn't go negative, and he didn't go back, but once he got around that corner, he was able to get a lot of positive yards and enough positive yards.
So now 2nd down and 1, 9 yards on that game. Cope is going in motion. They're going to give it to Deuce, and Deuce is able to get enough for a first down. Another Salvatore's Pizza first down, and let's move the chains again.
Yeah, it looked like that was an inside counter play. He followed his guard on that drive right there, took what was given to him. He almost went outside, but he came back in the inside. He knew where his roots at on the zone like that. Get behind the offensive lineman. Once he blocked the defender, he was able to get a few positive yards from that play.
Empty situation, 5 wide. They're going to send someone in motion, and that person is James Kelly. And they're going to give it to Kelly. Kelly tries to get some yards, but he is bulldogged down. And a good defensive stop by Vestavia Hills. Paxton Ussery, among others, there to really clog the hole.
Paxton Ussery, he definitely just met him in the hole, stood him up, and he didn't go anywhere, but he made sure he wasn't going to get past him, and he was very successful.
Flare pass out to Cope. Cope now has an opportunity to create. He gets a first down and more, and gets inside the 40 down to about the 33. They're really trying to find a way to get Dylan Cope the ball.
Yeah, Cope very explosive right here on the swing pass. Took what was given to him, nice block, and he just almost went outside, but he came back in and got some positive yards on that play.
And now on the reverse is James Kelly, and Kelly is able to get some positive yards, close to another first down for the Huskies.
Yeah, it looked like they're just really taking what is given to them. I mean, they're being very explosive, being patient. They're also going fast, but they're doing everything efficiently as well.
And C.J. Davis able to get enough for the first down, and they'll move the chains again. And as they call it here, Husky fast, and they're moving pretty fast.
Yeah, they were very fast on that drive right there. They have to continue doing the things that they're being coached to do.
And here comes Floyd. He had a huge hole. Ball is on the ground, and Dylan Cope is able to pick it up. And let's take another look at it. And this was a huge hole. Great job by the offensive line.
Yeah, on the quarterback keeper, he got enough positive yards, but he had to hold on to that ball. Once they hit him, that ball got knocked out, but Dylan Cope was able to save him. And I'm glad he was right there because all those yards would have went to waste.
And a Windows World first down. And here comes C.J. Davis. He breaks one tackle, two, and he's able to get inside the 5. Man, that was like a Marcus Allen play, and he looks like he's a little tired on that one.
C.J. Davis, he did not want to go down. He was denying everybody. He tried to 3 or 4 defenders tried to get him, but he took out. He was trucking everybody. He was able enough to get to maybe like on the 2 or 3 yard line. This young man said, "I'm not going down."
So now 2nd down and goal. And trying to get close, and they do get into the end zone. Touchdown, the Huskies. Touchdown, Deuce Austin.
Deuce Austin was very patient in that drive. Took what was given. He trusted his offensive lineman, and he didn't try to do any dancing. He just got really north and south, was very physical on that run, and he was not denied for the touchdown.
Another City of Bessemer touchdown. And remember, City of Bessemer, you want to see why they call it the Marvel City, with growing jobs, affordable housing, and strong schools. Bessemer, Alabama, opportunity lives here. And the point after attempt is good. And the running game is front and center for the Huskies. They can go Husky fast through the air or a Husky fast on the ground. And it's Deuce in for the end zone. And the fan experience does trickle down to the student section here at Vestavia Hills. You see the young ladies in, I think, dress shirts and ties. And the boys, they forgot their shirts. They have their bodies painted. And the Children of Alabama Smile Camp. These are the young cheerleaders. They had a cheerleading camp, and you see Hewitt cheer. Look at the little ones. Oh, yeah, and they were just trying to get them. This was during pregame. They go through a little clinic, and they come out and actually do a cheer.
That's some very good school spirit right there as well.
That's my tie. Somebody's got my tie. Okay. And now Luke Stubbs and company back deep, as Banks Lloyd will have our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. Sky kick. Price LeMaster's able to pick it up. And you see Coach Evans just trying to let him know, you got to make sure that you go straight and don't mess around. You got to run.
Yeah, coach, this coach is ball right there.
You got to run. I mean, really. I mean, he was just, sort of quietly pacing it. As he said, man, you got to run.
One of those coach moments.
We'll see if Charlie Taft and company can answer the call. Here comes Taft. Charlie goes beyond midfield. The ball is loose. But the Rebels able to recover. Good job by Taft.
Yeah, on the quarterback keeper right there. He pulled it. He eventually took off. But one thing about these quarterbacks and running backs, you have to hold on to that ball right here. As you can see right here, I mean, he took what was given to him. He almost gave it. He almost took it. Then he just leaped over the defender. But right there, mid-leap, he lost the ball. But you have to hold on to the ball as a good running back and a great quarterback. And you cannot afford to have these balls get loose like that.
Trying to keep it on the ground is Carson Purdy, and Purdy gets enough close to another first down, maybe about a half-yard short, and the Rebels now trying to move fast.
Rebels are trying to get a little rhythm going right here. As you can see, they had a little nice inside zone. They was very patient, ran behind those big guys on the offensive line up there. Once you do that and you get in the rhythm, you have to keep going. You can't get out of that rhythm. Once you get in the rhythm, you have to keep going.
They have enough for the first down, so it's 1st and 10 inside the 40 from the 38. LeMaster going to throw it deep, and he overthrows the intended receiver, which is Zachary Laws, but it looks like we may have a flag. And it seems though the laundry is the only thing that can slow these teams down.
And those type of plays you can't have. You have to eliminate the silly plays, silly penalties. I mean, you don't want to have those type of plays and type of drives. You can see right here in this play, as he get ready to throw the ball, he just hit him right there. And, oh, man, the momentum is going. That's the thing in these type of plays. Once you have the momentum, sometimes you can't help but to just hit them. But you have to be smart. And you also have to have great judgment in a play like that.
First down now after the penalty. Keeping it is Charlie Taft, and Taft gets to the line of scrimmage, but not much more. Parker Floyd there to make the tackle.
Floyd was all over there. He seen what the quarterback wanted to do, seen what the running back wanted to do. He had his eyes in the right spot. He was able to meet him right there, right about at the line of scrimmage. Was very, very patient on that play.
2nd down and 8. Coach Evans patiently waiting to see his team try to do something. And there goes the shift, and looks like the Huskies took the bait.
Have to be very smart right there and watch the ball. Can't afford to keep having these offsides penalties like that. You have to be able to watch the shift and judge what is what, and you just have to be very smart. Can't keep giving them free yards like that.
Floyd just trying to make sure that his guys are lined up correctly. So now Harper in the backfield along with Purdy. You're going to give it to Purdy. Purdy cuts back, finds a hole, and now he's just pushing his way forward, trying to get to the 10-yard line. Now he's back in the Window World red zone. And remember, enhance your home with Window World of Central Alabama, whether you're upgrading your forever home, building your dream space, or renovating that commercial property. The American-made replacement windows, doors, and vinyl siding offer more than a design statement. And that's our Window World red zone. They can get a first down. Oh, keeping his feet. Great job by Charlie Taft. And he was met immediately by Woogie Crawford.
Woogie Crawford was all over that. He was great hands, great shed the defender, was able to meet him right there in the hole, and you see him right there. Good form tackle, almost wrapped him up and took him down to the ground, but that's what you want to see in a good defensive tackle right there. Very great effort and a great tackle by number 4, Woogie Crawford.
2nd down and goal. Purdy on the carry. Purdy knocks over a defender into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Wow, what a play by Purdy.
Purdy is just being a big bulldozer right now. He's being very patient. He's just running. Right now you see him get into a rhythm. As you see on this play right here, man, outside zone, he wants to gut it in. He cut it up right there and just bulldozed his way in. Trucked a few defenders. and basically just fell on into the end zone. That's what you want to see when you trying to get a tone set on a drive like that.
And that safety, Will Phillips, and that's another City of Bessemer touchdown, and looks like we're going to be all tied up. As they say, we're going to have a ball game again. Kick is up, and it is good. 4:51 left here in the third quarter. You can see how hyped up Purdy is about scoring that touchdown, and we're all back square at 14. We come back, we'll see exactly what Vestavia and Hewitt-Trussville will do as a curtain call for this exciting third quarter, as both teams have come out and scored. Stay tuned. And the technology is out there. See, they have two monitors in both directions for either side. Look at that.
Wow.
And then they got the iPads working too.
So there's no excuse for them not to.
I'm just saying, they got more electronics than I have at my home, I think. And my kids are going to be jealous. They're going like, Dad, they're playing with their iPads. Why can't we?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, you know?
And look, they're very in tune.
But look at the fans. They got two humongous fans.
Yes.
I'm worried about staying cool.
Well, we might worry about, but those guys definitely don't worry about anything over there on that sideline. Fans, technology, they got everything they need over there.
All tied up at 14 apiece. Sloan Morgan now with our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And a good open field tackle made by Lawson Mannon. And remember, at the end of the game, we'll have our bus stop of the game. It'll be a good defensive play that really stops the offense. And yes, our school bus has rims.
Yes, has very nice rims. And Lawson just made a great stop. Talking about stops, he got down there and covered his lanes. Made a very great he made a very great tackle down there on special teams. That's what you want to see in a great special teams player.
So now freshman Jack Floyd comes back into the game at quarterback. And he looks like he's ready to go. Fakes it to Austin. Now he's going to try to keep it himself, but now they're not having it. A host of white shirts there to stonewall him. They don't knock him down, but they don't let him get far at all.
We're all loaded. They read it, and once they figured out what was going on, there was a host of Vestavia Hills Rebels all over that tackle.
2nd and 10 as the bands in the background battle. Give it to Deuce. Here comes Deuce Austin, and he's off to the races. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Deuce Austin. And just like that, Husky fast is in effect.
Very explosive play. Man, Deuce Austin, he was not afraid to hit the hole. He hit the hole. Very explosive, very physical. And once he got an open field, nobody could catch him. And that resulted into a big explosive touchdown for the Hewitt-Trussville Huskies.
City of Bessemer touchdown, and they answer the bell and go touchdown for touchdown to Vestavia Hills, and you can see how hyped up Mr. Austin is. Point after attempt, the kick is up, and it is good. And once again, it's the Huskies who go up by 7.
Yes, they came out fast offensively, took what was given to him. This young man was not afraid. He's been showing flashes like this all game, but this time right here wasn't no flash. Actually, it was actually a explosive touchdown, and that's plays that Hewitt-Trussville has to continue to make if they want to be successful in the game.
Wow, what a run And as they say, they can immediately go back and look at that on a big TV screen. And I think Deuce is not even worried about that. He's just trying to hype everybody up. Just don't hit the screen, son.
Yeah, that screen would probably be expensive to replace. But as you can see right here, man, nice inside zone. Took what was given to him. Boom, right there, hit the second level, third level. And once he got past that second level, no one was able to catch him. Very explosive, and he was off to the races. But instead, he crossed the finish line right there in the touchdown. And this young man right here, he's been showing flashes all night. But this right here was not a flash. This is actually a play that you want to see out of a very explosive running back. And he hit a touchdown right there on that last very explosive play.
His second touchdown so far in the quarter. And the young man is really setting himself up to be a possible player of the game. Another Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And this one booms into the end zone for a touchback. And that's a good job by Banks Lloyd, the kicker. He handles kickoffs. And Nathan Fritz handles point afters and field goals.
Very nice sky kick as well. Kicked that one to the end zone.
So now we'll see if Vestavia Hills can answer score for score. Now they're having it from their own 20. Purdy in the backfield along with Charlie Taft. Stubbs goes in motion. They give it to Luke Stubbs. And Stubbs is stood up by Woogie Crawford. And Woogie was right there to say, no, you're not going to boogie on Woogie.
Woogie, he met him right there in the hole. I mean, as you can see, he saw what it was. He was all over it. And the host of defenders came and met him right there, stood him up, and eventually got him to the ground. So that offensive draw right there mitigated his defense some momentum here.
Second down and 11. Going to split Purdy out here on the near side along with Luke Stubbs. Taft's got some time, throws a pinpoint pass, finds Zachary Laws. Laws able to make the reception and get the negative yards back.
Great throw, great catch, was very patient. I mean, he didn't lose any yards, but he didn't gain as much as many yards, but he didn't lose a lot of yards, so that's really the main thing on type of plays like that, just to keep building momentum.
Third down and 9. They need to get beyond the 30 for a first. And now they're going to make a shift. Taft throws it. Reception made, but short of the first down. Luke Stubbs has to come back to make the reception. It'll bring up a fourth down and about 2 for the first.
Good throw, good catch. Came back to the route. He looked the ball in, caught it, was able to get a few positive yards, very patient. Offensive line had great protection on that play. Was able to make a great throw and a great catch.
$18 seconds left on the clock. They've already done a quick kick by Taft. Will they try that again? Less than 10 seconds on the play clock. They need to get a play off if they're going to do something. 3. And they finally do. He's going to keep it, and he gets it up for the first down. And that may be one of the best ACT equipment coaches calls that we've seen tonight.
Coach made a great call right there. He took what was given to him. He just was very patient, didn't try to do nothing crazy. On a nice quarterback keeper, he took the ball, ran it right up the middle, got a positive first down on that drive right there.
And ACT Equipment has a full line of retail and service locations for handheld mower products, also subcompact through 130 horsepower tractors and Gator trailers. ACT Equipment, our coach's call. Taft has plenty of time. Now he's getting pressure. He's going to keep it and run, and he gets pushed out of bounds. Runs into a couple of Hewitt-Trussville players, but he gets close to the first down marker right at his own 49.
Looked like Taft wanted to go downfield with it, but he didn't quite know who he wanted to go to, so he just took off and got some positive yards, and he didn't make a bad play. He didn't throw an interception, but those type of plays you want to see from a quarterback.
Now second down and 1. 2 minutes, 1 second left here in the third quarter. Laws go in motion. They don't fake it to Laws. They're going to go right underneath, but the defense was right there to make a strong play and shut the door immediately. Great job by Hewitt-Trussville and Zach Benedict. The quarterback, the starting quarterback, comes in and makes a play.
Zach Benedict was all over that plays. He can make plays on offense. It looked like he just made a play on defense, so I guess he's just going to do what he has to do to help his team be successful.
And check that. That wasn't Zach Benedict. That was Harrison Malone who made the play. Sorry about that, Zach. I know he's out with an injury. That was Harrison Malone.
Well, Malone, you were all over that play, man.
Tav's going to keep it, and he gets some yardage and gets into Husky territory. Enough for the first down, and it's another Salvatore's Pizza first down. And now Taft is holding that right on.
Right there on the quarterback draw. Just took it right up the middle and was met by some defenders, but he was very tough, very physical, and just made a great offensive play right there on that last play.
Coach Evans talks about how tough Charlie Taft is, and he's showing his toughness right now. May have gotten a stinger right there on his arm, shaking it off. 1st and 10 from the 43. They're going to keep it on the ground. And Noah Boland gets his first carry of the third quarter. Less than a minute to play here in the third quarter. They may try to get one more play before we get to the fourth quarter. Trailing by 7, Coach Evans trying to keep this offense moving. And the clock continues to run. They're going to have to get a play off before the game clock goes to 0-0. Tav's going to keep it, and Tav goes down. Woogie Crawford once again right there to make a great defensive play.
Woogie has been all over this defense tonight. He read it right there. He came rushing in, was able to take the sack for a loss right there. He was waited patiently and very explosive, and he took what was given to him, and he made a great defensive tackle right there. A great effort.
And as we go to break, the light show begins here at Hewitt-Trussville. Yes, they've got red lights. Red lights. We'll see what happens as we go to the fourth quarter. Stay tuned. And they just wrapped up their shout light show. And just like that, the lights quickly come back on. That's the power of technology and these new LED lights, because When I was playing, if you turn the lights off with the bulbs, it takes about 20, 30 minutes to get them back on. So I'm just letting you know that just wouldn't have happened in my day. Not at all.
See how fast they came back on, too.
I mean, instantaneously.
Your days would still been dark, huh?
Oh, we would have stopped the game. I mean, just wouldn't have played. Fourth quarter, Huskies up by 7. Vestavia trying to keep their drive alive. Third down. Purdy on the carry. Purdy breaks a tackle, and breaking that tackle is enough to give him the first down. Gets out of the grasp of Will Phillips, the safety.
Purdy is not afraid to be physical. He's a good north and south runner. He take what's given to him, run behind his big offensive lineman, and he keeps getting positive yards. And that's what you want to see. You don't want to see anything negative. You don't want to see anything. You want to just make sure you get positive plays on each possession.
They spotted a yard short of the first down. Purdy and Taft in the backfield, along with Grayson Harper, now moving into that H-back spot. Playing power football. Here comes Taft. He gets enough for the first down. They're going to push him back, but the spot is right at the 31-yard line. Enough for another Salvatore's first down.
Took what was given to him on this drive right here, very patient. Just quarterback keeper, ran between his tackles and his guards, and was enough for the first down, and was very explosive in that drive right there. That's what you want to see. Was very he had some big boys right there, helped him up in that play right there.
Yes, they are not the biggest of the big, but they may be the biggest for right now.
Yeah.
First and 10 now for the Rebels. Another Salvatore's first down. Timeout is called, and that was right before the play clock. And a Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. And remember, the OPI AL, you can recognize an overdose, learn how to save a life. Download the free OPI Rescue AL app on your Apple App Store or from the Google Play Store. That's OPI Rescue AL, brought to you by the Jefferson County Department of Health. So now in this timeout, if you're the Huskies, it's first and 10. You've been able to force Vestavia to a lot of third and longs, but not able to shut the door.
Yes, right now this just has to be a big drive right here. You want to be aware of the playmakers and make sure everybody is covered up. I mean, if you're a defensive lineman, you want to get some pressure. You definitely want to get good pressure on this quarterback. Make sure he's forcing an uncomfortable situation, but most of all, find the ball and just be very play some good sound defense right here on this next drive.
So first and 10 from the 31. Fourth quarter. Both teams trying to start region play at 1-0. Both come in undefeated. Here comes Vestavia. Taft looking to throw downfield, can't find anybody. Quickly gets it to Purdy. Purdy steps out of bounds a few yards short, and they have a player for Hewitt-Trussville who's slow to get up.
Yeah, way to be smart right there. He won't look like he wanted to go deep, but he couldn't find nobody. He had all day, no pressure back there, but he was able to throw a check down, and he was very smart. Way to make a play right there on the check down play.
And we are in the fourth quarter. The weather appears to be cool, but it's hot on the field, and we've got a player who has succumbed to cramps.
Yeah, cramps are very – I mean, you're going to catch cramps in these early games, but you just have to get up and kind of walk them off and play them off. Or you may have to do James' favorite and drink some pickle juice.
Pickle juice. And that's Parker Floyd. Now, Parker Floyd has already played quarterback and linebacker, and you can tell he's slow and he doesn't want to catch that other cramp.
Yeah, he's a very explosive player. He don't look like he want to come off the field. Well, he has to come off the field right now, but he's slow, but I hope that he'll able to get those cramps worked out soon.
And remember, at the end of the game, we will have our Drummond Company player of the game. This Drummond Company always shows appreciation for an outstanding teacher. And you can go to abc33.com/Drummond Cares and nominate your favorite educator for the Drummond Company Heart of Education Award. But tonight, we'll have the Drummond Company Player of the Game. So now Floyd gets off the field. That may work to Vestavia's advantage. Second down, inside the 30. And now we've got movement.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty remains second down.
And that goes against the offense. False start. So now it's second and long. Coach Evans just trying to see what he can get his team to do to try to get back into this game and tie it up. Purdy on the carry, patiently trying to find some room. Can't find much, and he's eventually brought down by Will Phillips.
Will Phillips was all over that play. He read it, was very patient, and he was able to see where the ball was at. And once he seen the ball, he was all over that. What a great defensive play.
So now third down and long. And looks like we got another player down. And looks like it's more cramps, and I would splash some pickle juice on it. And he's getting up. Now, you know, the biggest thing actually is hydrating 24 to 48 hours before you even play the game.
Yeah, my high school coach used to tell us to start on Wednesday. I mean, because big games like this, it's a region game, so you know it's going to be competitive and it's going to be hot. So you want to get your body in. You want to just stay very hydrated, get all the salt, electrolytes in you, and make sure you're able to go in a high, powerful game like this.
When you were at the University of Alabama and won 2 SEC titles, what was the protocol when you had to play in those hot games?
Yes, well, they made sure that everybody had salt tablets before the game, but you also have a good nutrition program. So everything really started on that Monday, making sure all the food is in your body, making sure you're getting the electrolytes you need, you know, like salt tablets, salt packets, and then just staying hydrated when you come off the field. That's the most important thing. Put all those fluids back in you, and once you're sweating, you come off the practice field and game field.
Third down and long. Call it 8. They need to get at the 21 for first. Taft getting some pressure. Going to throw it. It's a rainbow, and it is almost intercepted. Wow, they had two Huskies around it. Will Phillips was right there, and he just couldn't bring it in because his teammate Ethan Ridley was right there also. Look at it, a rainbow.
They were all over that. Man, that would have been a pass back there if he would have caught the ball, but they were all over the receiver and they were all over the quarterback. So the defensive players were in the right spot to make great plays, and they were successful.
So now fourth down. Gets the call from the sideline. Moving Purdy. Here comes the blitz. Quick pass, and in and out of the hands of Luke Stubbs, and the defense for the Huskies hold as Vestavia turns it over on downs.
They apply some big-time pressure right there. I mean, you can see him come off the edge right there. He's patient. As you can see, he's almost coming. Man, so much and he dropped the ball right there, but that's what you want to see in a great defensive player. He recognized where the ball is going to go, was able to put pressure on the quarterback, and he eventually forced the ball that was not there, and they dropped the ball in that last offensive drive.
Now the Huskies take over at their own 29-yard line. And with 9:35 to play, do they stay Husky fast or do they slow it down? Floyd still in at quarterback. He's going to keep it. And he gets out of bounds, but right before he makes another Salvatore's Pizza first down.
Yeah, Floyd was all over that. I mean, took what was given to him, kept the ball on that, very patient, was able enough to get about 12 or 10 yards, and that's what you want to see in a quarterback like that. Didn't do anything special, but he was able to get another first down.
Another Salvatore's first down, 4 locations. Mentioned Friday Night Rivals, get 10% off. And that was James Kelly on the keeper. He moved in, played more of a wildcat position there. Brings up second down. Everybody looking to the sideline to get the play call. Still got 15 seconds on the play clock. Send C.J. Davis in motion, and now here comes Floyd, and he gets brought down. Great one-arm tackle made by Nick Williams.
Yeah, Nick Williams was all over that play. The quarterback thought he was going to get away from him. He said, no, not today. Was able to just grab him down with one hand and didn't get many yards on that play right there.
So now 3rd down and 7. They need to get to midfield for first. Handing the ball off to Deuce Austin. Right when you need big yards, here comes Deuce. The Deuce is loose. And he's brought down. And Austin says, yeah, I brought him down. I can't be stopped.
Deuce is very powerful, very explosive. You see right here, faked it, came back to the inside zone. Once he got around that left end, he was almost up to the races. And he still denied to be going down, but they finally got him out of bounds right there.
Another Salvatore's Pizza first down. Keeping it on the ground is Hewitt-Trussville, and they get 5 yards on that carry by C.J. Davis.
Look like Hewitt-Trussville just trying to get a good rhythm and keep the ball on the ground and keep getting positive yards.
And they keep doing it. Keeping it now is Floyd, and he's able to get, close to the first down. If not, yes, he has enough for the first down. Another Salvatore's first down. They move the chains again.
Getting very north to south. They're running very physical, running behind those big offensive linemen up there, and they're just doing what they're doing, and they're just keeping the rhythm going.
And young Jack Floyd, the freshman, trying to orchestrate another drive. Here comes Deuce. You can put a freshman back there when you got Deuce to hand the ball off to.
Yeah, at that point, they were all over that play. He didn't get many yards, but, man, this young man right here has been impressive this whole night.
He's had a 74-yard run for a touchdown. He's had a 2-yard run for a touchdown. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll see if the Huskies can put this game on ice. They're up by 7. Stay tuned. It's been many years since Ole Miss had Deuce McAllister, and people kept saying the Deuce is loose, even though the Saints had him for a good little while. But right now here in Trussville, Alabama, Deuce Austin has been loose. 17 carries, 156 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's averaging 9.2 yards a carry.
Those are perfect yards for a great running back like Deuce. I mean, this young man, he's making a statement tonight. He's running physical. He's running downhill, north and south, and he's just doing what he do. And as you say a while ago, he's the Deuce. Right now, he's being very loose and playing fast and physical.
7 minutes, 17 seconds left for Vestavia. They need to make a big play here. And once again, Deuce Austin able to find a hole and dive into the Window World red zone.
He just inside zone, follow his blockers, follow his offensive lineman, and he's just doing what he do, getting positive yards, not trying to overcomplicate the offense, but just getting the yards that this offense needs if they want to make another score on this drive.
It's 3rd and short, and looks like substitutions are happening for Vestavia. And remember, when you're trying to go with that fast pace, you do have to give the defense an opportunity to make some substitutions. .657 left here in the 4th. Keeping it is Floyd, and he may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage and not much more. Rush Harper there to make the tackle for Vestavia.
Rush Harper basically met him right there in the hole. He didn't get a lot of yards, but as soon as he saw it, he recognized it, made a great form tackle. He didn't get many positive yards there.
Clock continues to run. All this works in Hewitt-Trussville's favor. Floyd and Deuce in the backfield. Here comes Floyd. Finds a hole. He's going to run it. And can he make it into the end zone? He does. Touchdown, Hewitt-Trussville. Jack Floyd in for the touchdown. The freshman gets a City of Bessemer touchdown, and the light show begins.
We've been seeing this all night from Jack Floyd. He's making some very explosive, powerful plays right here. As you can see on this instant replay right here, young man looked like he wanted to go downfield, but he said, nope, I'm going to take off, and I'm going to find this end zone. He kept running and running, and he basically just got his way in, the bulldozed his way into the end zone. And that's what you want to see from a great explosive player like Jackson Floyd.
Kick is up, and it is good. Now the lead grows to 14 points with 6:10 left to play here in regulation. Great job by Jack Floyd and Deuce Austin. We take a break. We come back. We'll see if Vestavia can find a way to reignite their offensive fire, or has this play right here put the game on ice for the Huskies. Stay tuned. Student section for Hewitt-Trussville enjoying tonight's region opener as their team has expanded their lead to 14 points. James Beretta along with R.J. Burns and Austin Pratt on the sideline. Great night for football. Even a better night if you're a fan of the Huskies. And now it'll be up to Vestavia Hills to try to claw their way back into this one. As we're ready now for our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And they want to create a club-like atmosphere here, and they've created it right now. You hear the music blaring. They've got a light show. You name it, they've got it here at Hewitt-Trussville. And here comes Banks Lloyd with the kick. And our Coosa Pines Federal Credit Union kickoff. And it is returnable. And gets back out to the 20. And not much more. Zachary Laws on the return. And Laws not happy with the way they pushed him out of bounds.
Great kickoff coverage on that kickoff. Got down there and made the tackle. Might have pushed him out of bounds, but there was still some great coverage right there on that kickoff return.
Charlie Taft and company got their work cut out for them. They need to drive down and score not once but twice in order to get this game tied up.
Yeah, if they're going to they have to find a way to try to score on this offensive possession, and then if they're able to get the ball back, they have to find a way to get the ball in order to make this, in order to try to climb the way back into this football game.
Getting some pressure. Finds Purdy. Purdy keeps it and gets beyond the first down marker. And Ethan Ridley there to make the tackle.
Quick screen. He read the defense, got it out, had a sidearm too, and was able to get it to Purdy on that nice drive right there and was able to get enough positive yards on that possession.
Sends Laws in motion, but there is a flag.
Prior to the snap, false start. Offense. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Still first down. But it'll push him back 5, makes it 1st and 15. And for Coach Evans, they got to figure out a way to find it. They got to figure out a way to score quickly with 5 minutes and 37 seconds left here in regulation. Taft with time. He's got to get rid of it or run it. And he's going to run it and gets all the negative yards back plus about 1 or 2 more.
He had to take off and run right there. Nothing was open downfield. He tried to do the best he could, fake the handoff, tried to look like he wanted to go downfield, but he just took what the defense gave it to him. He took off with it and was able enough to get a few positive yards, not a lot of yards, but at the end of the day, he just made what he had and just took off with it.
And we got a player down. And that's a player that's Grayson Harper. And he's quickly getting off the field, and they're just trying to get him to the locker room now.
Run, holding,
or
offense.
to the 10.
10
It
yards
looks like he is
from the
really in
previous
pain.
spot. We'll repeat the down.
And there's also a penalty holding on the offense, which negates the gains made on the play and moves them back to about the 25-yard line. So now 2nd down and 20. Basically 2nd down and down the street. You got to go all the way down
right.
the street.
If you're trying to get in the end zone, you don't need to keep having these negative.
Y'all don't remember playing in the street. Street light to street light to street light, depending on how long your street was. And if you had a penalty, you got to go all the way back to the other street light. Oh,
those good old days, huh?
Definitely. I remember playing night football underneath the street lights. And actually somebody hit a street light, and we all had to go run. Taft looking to throw. Sidearms it. Reception made by Luke Stubbs. And Stubbs able to get all those negative yards back, plus some, enough for a first down. A Salvatore's first down, and they move the chains.
Very patient. He was very patient right there. He looked like he wanted to go down deep, but he threw this sidearm pass right here in the middle of the field. And a good throw, good catch, and he got very positive yards right there versus a while ago when they had some negative yards in the last play.
Now on the Salvatore's first down, Taft is going to keep it, throws a flare out to Luke Stubbs, and Stubbs able to get some positive yards. But now time is working against Vestavia. 4:25 left here in regulation. They need to score, get a stop, and hopefully have enough time to try to score again.
Yeah, they need to be very smart on what they choose to do in this possession right here.
Taft got plenty of time. Now he's eluding a defender. He's got to run. Here comes Woogie. And Woogie pushes him out of bounds. Woogie Crawford, and there's a flag. So they may have multiple flags. Let's see what the official call is going to be. And Coach Floyd is trying to advocate for his player.
After the play was over, we have a dead ball, personal foul, late hit out of bounds on the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
And let's see the end of the play.
Had a lot of momentum going right here. Tried to get him down. He right there inbound. Yeah, he just continued to push him on down. You have to be very smart, but at the same time, once you have a lot of momentum going like that, it's hard to stop. So those kind of plays, you have to kind of look at them 50-50 in both ways. But at the end of the day, it is a penalty, so and it's not acceptable. You can't just do that.
So now from the 31, Charlie Taft and company get the break that they needed to continue this drive. Once again, plenty of time, but this time he goes down, and that's Dante Seals, and he says, yeah, I can bring you down inside the boundary and bring you all the way down.
Dante Seals was all over there. He got a good pass for move. Got him on the inside right there. Was able to get him right down the backfield and play for a negative. And great defensive play by Dante Seals. Was all over that. Pretty hyped, too, after that last tackle.
And we do have another player down. That's why we have timeout here with 4:01 left to play. And that's Zachary Laws. And a lot of players, as Coach said, a lot of players are already spent. They were spent at halftime. Playing at this furious pace, going up and down the field. And between the two teams, Hewitt-Trussville is closely approaching 500 yards of total offense as opposed to close to 250 yards for Vestavia Hills. So if you're a defender, you've been out there, or an offensive player, been a lot of plays that have been played so far this evening.
A lot of plays. I bet you everybody's worn down on the field.
Taft flares it out. And Cole Holly, drops the ball.
Like he had a fake double trap right there, but instead of keeping it, he threw it out to the receiver, and the receiver didn't make the catch, but he had to do what he could do. He didn't get any negative yards, but even though he threw it away, but he didn't get any negative yards in that drive right there.
They need an explosive play right now, get the ball at least to the 20-yard line for a first, or if they can make it into the end zone quickly, they'll still have a shot to get back in this one.
It would be very ideal to try to get in the end zone right here in this position. See what they can dial up on this drive right here.
3rd down and long. Taft getting some pressure, throws it. Reception made. Good catch by Luke Stubbs. Gets inside the 30 to about the 27, which brings up a 4th down.
Very good catch by Stubbs. Was very patient. He got some pressure, but he got it out right in time. He knew who he wanted to go to, made the catch and made the throw. Very good catch and very good play right there.
Crucial play here. 3:26 and counting. Vestavia, to keep the drive alive and their hopes for a victory alive, they need to make a play. But Hewitt-Trussville calls a timeout. And Coach Floyd trying to eagerly motivate his team.
Coach Floyd, his defensive players right here, they need a very big stop right here. This can be a very crucial stop if they're able to get this, and that's what you want to see. Big players step up in big-time moments, so hopefully they can respond right here in the moment that they're finna face right here on 4th down.
Well, I think we may have one more opportunity for our ACT equipment coaches call. What do you think of your Vestavia Hills they should call to try to keep this thing alive?
If I'm Vestavia Hill, I want either a quick screen or I want something up the middle, like a trap or an inside zone play, something that's going to give me 4 to 5 positive yards, and hopefully they can convert to a 1st down.
Now, if you're Hewitt-Trussville, what do you think you need to tell your defense?
If I'm Hewitt-Trussville, I need to tell my defense, first of all, watch the ball, because they could go to hard count. So you need to watch the ball and be smart and know the playmakers that in this crucial situation right here. Know it, everybody's out on the field, and just be aware of what's going on.
The ball is at the 34-yard line. They need to get it to the 20 to have enough for the 1st down and keep this drive alive. 5 wide receivers, 3 on the near side, 2 on the far side. Tav alone. Here we go. Tav goes down. Tav goes down. Woogie Crawford right there again with another big play for the Huskies.
Woogie Crawford, he's been over the field all night, but in a play like that, that was big. young man was not going to be denied right there. And he laid the wood right here on this play. Quarterback looking, trying to make a big play. Boom! There he goes right there. Took him down with a very big stop on a 4th down. That's what you want to see in a 4th down play like that.
Wow. What a play. Great job by Woogie. He says you're not going to boogie on his field. And now Hewitt-Trussville can try to run the clock out. C.J. Davis there on the carry. Less than 3 minutes to play. Clock continues to run. And this offense that is known for fast play is trying to slow it up so they can eat up more clock.
Yeah, they're just trying to eat up all the clock they can get right here and try to make the best what they can out of what they're given.
Jack Floyd on the carry, the freshman, has done a serviceable job at quarterback along with his brother, Parker Floyd.
On the quarterback keeper right there. Yeah, and the duo tonight has been awesome. I mean, they're being very coachable and they're trying to do anything. Really, they're just being coachable and doing what they're coached to do. Really, that's what it all comes down to.
Timeout called. Looking at 3rd down and 6 with 2:28 left to play. So if you're Hewitt-Trussville at this point, do you stay safe and just try to run it up the middle and then punt it, or do you stay aggressive and try to get the ball to one of your playmakers?
I think you want to get the ball to one of your playmakers, but at the same time, you do want to stay smart. You don't want to have anything that can cost you. You want to just know what's where and know different situations, but at the same time, you want to try to get as much clock as you can to on this drive, on a drive like this.
Vestavia needs a turnover or a stop. And for young Jack Floyd, he just needs to get a 1st down. Here we go. Handoff to Deuce Austin. And Austin, oh, wow, he falls forward. They're saying the ball was down, but they're saying that he was already down.
C.J. Davis on the carry. Short gain on the play.
So it'll bring up a 4th down. Decision time, another coach's call right now. If you're Hewitt-Trussville, do you kick it or do you try to go for it?
Hewitt-Trussville, if I was a coach, I would just kick it. I mean, you could go for it. You could be smart, but, I mean, you're up 2 touchdowns. I would just kick it.
And the freshman Jack Floyd gets an opportunity. And it's another Jefferson County Department of Health timeout. And just a reminder, do you know how to recognize an overdose? Learn how you can save a life. Download the free OPI Rescue AL. You can download it on your Apple App Store or Google Play Store. That's OPI Rescue AL. Jefferson County Department of Health. So 2:20 left here. 4th and 4. If the Huskies can figure out a way to convert, then they can just kneel it and put this game away. If they punt it, they do give Vestavia an opportunity to make this game a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, we'll just have to see what coach comes out decides to do on this drive right here. Whatever he does right here will be a big difference maker in the ball game right here. He either can punt it or he either can run it. It looks like he might try to come out there with a punt.
And looks like they have brought out a punter.
Anthony Herbert in punt formation.
And they haven't started play yet. And this is Carter Jones. And he gets it away. And it's going to take a Huskies bounce and go out of bounds at about the 23-24 yard line.
Got that punt off just in time, looked like.
So now 2:12 left here in regulation. Vestavia down by 2. Their offense has got to move fast, and now coming in is Price LeMaster. We're going to hand it off. And that was Major Weaver on the carry.
Yeah, Major had an outside zone right there. Didn't get many yards. He got like 3 or 4 yards, but it's still positive yards. You didn't get any negative yards. It looks like the coach wants to keep running the ball, keep it on the ground.
Trying to get an extra lineman in. And they're going to move some bodies around. They're moving a lineman out. Now we're less than 2 minutes. So now you need 2 explosive plays. You got to get a play here that can get you on the other side of the field. LeMaster looking to throw, trying to go long if he can. But he's going to keep it and run. Keeps his feet. LeMaster keeps his feet. I told you need a big play. And now they've got to move fast.
Nice explosive play right there. It was very patient. Looked like he wanted to throw the ball deep. He wanted to throw it deep down the field, but he took what was given to him, and he just eventually ran it and got a lot of positive yards right there on that play. Nice play.
From the 44-yard line, 1st and 10. And keeping it on the ground is Major Weaver, and Weaver may have gotten 1. Now we're approaching that 1 minute mark, and the possibilities of making a incredible comeback is now starting to wane, and this may be the opportunity to say that this game is being put on ice, as Hewitt-Trussville just needs to wrap up and bring some people down. LeMasters trying to find someone with a flair, and Major Weaver. Weaver doesn't go anywhere fast and is brought down as the clock continues to run.
They were all over that play right there. Great defensive effort by Hewitt-Trussville Huskies.
And for the 6th year in a row, it will be Hewitt-Trussville that will win against their region rival, Vestavia Hills. And for Vestavia Hills, this will be the 6th consecutive time that they've lost to the Huskies. Major Weaver on the carry. And the clock will go to 000. And for Josh Floyd and company, they've been able to remain undefeated and walk away with another region win and another victory. Sportsmanship front and center as both teams go to the center of the field and shake hands. But for Vestavia Hills, they got to go back to the drawing board to see how they can reignite this offense that came in averaging over 40 points a game.
Yeah, Vestavia Hills is a perfect opportunity. Whether you come in on film and watch film on Sunday or on Monday, you have to get back to what you were doing and just get back to the basics. And I believe once they go back and watch this film, then that will be it for them. They will know what they have to do for next game.
Now, we had a lot of big plays in this one, but we had one that stood out, and it's our bus stop of the game.
This is the school bus stop of the game. Always remember to stop when the school bus arm is out.
Here comes Woogie. Big play by Woogie to shut the door, and it's Woogie Crawford who gets our bus stop of the game, and he got a couple of stops of the games throughout the entire game.
Woogie was all over the field tonight. He was not being blocked well, and he was just making a good defensive plays, what great defensive players doing, and he was all over the field. And that last play of the game, he came in like a freight train, and that's what you want to do for a great defensive player like Woogie.
We also have our Whataburger What a Play of the game. We had a bunch of Whataburger What a Play of the game nominees. We take a break, and when we come back, we'll wrap it up here from Trussville as the Huskies of Hewitt-Trussville defeat Vestavia Hills 28-14. Stay tuned. 28-14 is your final score as the Huskies walk away with their third victory of the season. Time now for our Whataburger, our drummer player of the game. And let's go down to the field. And our drummer and player of the game is Deuce Austin, 21 carries, 192 yards, and 2 touchdowns. What an exciting evening for Deuce Austin. Had a 74-yard run, and it was a big play. He had one fumble, but other than that, in the second half, he had an outstanding play. And this young man was on the ground and pound, and just kept on running the football. Let's go down to Austin with our player of the game. Austin?
Deuce, crazy game tonight. Tell me a little bit about how it felt. What was going on in your head? What's this win mean to you and the guys?
First and foremost, all glory to God. And, I mean, I couldn't do it without the guys up front. We're all a brotherhood. We're all a family. We work hard day and night. And we really, I mean, like, come on. You see the scoreboard. We put it up W's. So, I mean, it means everything to us. The energy's high. Hey, we're going to bring it into our next region game. So, I mean, it's lovely.
Yeah, and moving over to Coach. Coach, I'm going to give this to you. This is our champion trophy presented by Crown Trophy. Congratulations on the win. When I spoke to you at halftime, you said it was frustrating. What happened after the half that brought you guys out for the win tonight?
Yeah, well, we did a better job scoring in the red zone. It was frustrating a few times because we had some costly penalties just at bad times. So we got to do better there. Obviously, things we can improve on. Man, I'm proud of our guys. Great effort. Give Vestavia credit. They're a really good football team. That was a dang good, Region 3 football game. That's what it's all about. That was a lot of smash mouth football. Both teams are really good.
Yeah, it's a region rivalry with a little bit of history. What's this win mean for the team?
I was big. Every time we play these guys, it's been a dogfight. We've been fortunate to win the last several ones, and and we're excited about that. But if you look at the score, every one of them has been tight all the way to the end of the game.
Yeah, Deuce, I got one more question for you. What's next?
Next, another W. You already know. Another W. But, hey, I'm going to celebrate this win with the guys, get something to eat, hey, and just focus on the next day. Take it day by day. That's what we do. That's what we do.
Now you're good.
Okay. Congratulations to Deuce Austin and the Hewitt-Trussville Huskies. And thank you for the Crown Trophy for providing our trophy. And your final thoughts?
Yes, it was a very good fought game by both teams. Hewitt-Trussville came out with a W with Vestavia Hill. This is the time for them to go back to the drawing board to see what they have to do in order to be successful. Very great rival. Both good 7A teams, Region 3. So look to see what both teams can do next.
It was a great football game. Both teams played hard, but it was Hewitt-Trussville at home able to find a way to, in the second half, find a ground game, use that ground game, and just really pound the ball into the end zone. And it was a spectacular display of how this offense can go from being pass happy to being a ground game that can grade the ground and score.
Hewitt-Trussville, they didn't stop. They were staying on the ground. The running back, the quarterback, offensive lineman, everybody was doing their job, and they came out victorious, and they were just being physical, being fast, and they were just dominating the line of scrimmage. That was the most important thing. It started to affirm those big guys, and they really made a statement tonight.
We knew this would be a close one, but in the end, it was Hewitt-Trussville that found